I swear, I've been through a lot in my life. Losing my husband, selling the house we built together, raising a kid on my own. I thought I had felt it all, but nothing in my life prepared me for the words my daughter Sophia said to me last Thursday morning. "Mom, you're just the babysitter." I froze. I swear my whole body went cold. I was holding a coffee cup, my hand shook a little. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to cry. I wanted to smack her upside her head. But I didn't. I just looked at her. And in that moment, I felt it. Every single year I spent raising her, feeding her, making sure she had a life better than mine, all of it flashed before my eyes. And she had the audacity, the absolute audacity to reduce me to just a babysitter. I've been doing this for years, morning wake-ups before sunrise, making breakfast, packing lunches, driving them to school, picking them up, bath time, homework, grocery runs, birthday parties, doctor visits, all of it, and nobody ever thought to say thanks. I mean, Sophia, she breezed in every evening like she was the hero of her own story, giving me a quick peck on the forehead, then retreating to her corporate war zone of emails and calls. "Thanks, Mom," she'd say, like she just did me a favor. Well, that morning, I realized I wasn't a hero. I wasn't even appreciated. I was invisible, and apparently all these years, invisible meant free labor. I went home that night and I didn't set my alarm, not even once. And I sat there thinking, 9 years, 50 hours a week, almost 50 weeks a year, all unpaid, all love, all work, and she just tossed it away with one line. I grabbed my notebook, my laptop, and my damn calculator. I started doing the math. Hourly rate, daily rate, overtime, emergency nights, holidays. Hell, let's even put a price on the emotional labor. The rides, the wipes, the sleepless nights, the constant attention. I typed $180 a day. Multiply that by 50 hours a week. Multiply that by 50 weeks a year. Multiply that by 9 years. $500,000. And I grinned. Next morning, I didn't wake up at 5:30. I didn't make breakfast. I didn't tie shoes. I didn't pack lunches. I just sat there, sipping my coffee, pretending like the world had paused. And when Sophia called, I let it ring 3 times, 4 times. Finally, I answered. "Mom, where are you? I have a 9 a.m. meeting," she barked. I yawned. "I'm home." "What do you mean you're home?" "I'm retired," I said, calm as a lake in winter. "You can't just quit." "Sure I can," I said. "Babysitters quit all the time, baby girl." Silence. By noon, she was panicking. By 3, she showed up at my door, all flustered, all nerves. "Mom, you can't do this. The kids need you." I opened my laptop. I printed the invoice. I walked over, slid it across the counter. Child Care Services, 9 years outstanding balance. Daily rate, $180. Hours per week, 50. Years, 9. Total, $421,200, plus overtime, holidays, emergencies. Grand total, $498,000. Her mouth fell open. She laughed nervously. "You've lost your mind." "Nope," I said, "just found it." I watched her squirm. I let her panic. I let her realize that for once in her life, she didn't control me. That night, I sat back, sipping wine, looking at my reflection in the window. The city lights blinked below, and I knew, deep down, nothing would ever be the same again. Camila Roman had finally realized her worth, and nobody, not even my own daughter, would forget it. The silence hit harder than any scream could have. I didn't yell, I didn't cry. I just stopped doing everything I'd been doing for years without question. That Thursday morning, I didn't get up at 5:30. I didn't make breakfast. I didn't pack lunches. I didn't tie shoes. Liam and Ava came to my bedroom, dragging their tiny backpacks across the floor. "Abuela?" Liam asked, eyes half asleep. I just smiled. "Good morning, sleepyheads. Breakfast is, whatever you find in the kitchen." Ava gasped. "But Abuela, who's making our pancakes?" "Not today, honey. Today, pancakes are independent projects." I tried to keep my voice calm. I could see the panic on Liam's face, the frustration on Ava's, and damn it, it felt good. Half an hour later, my phone starts blowing up. "Mom, where are you? Mom, are the kids ready? Mom, don't be dramatic." I let it ring, all of them, every single one. And then I started typing, a little note, a little reminder, your mom isn't invisible anymore. I sat back in my chair thinking about all the years. Late-night homework sessions, science fair projects I never got credit for, doctor visits I drove them to while Sophia was on a business trip, birthday parties I organized alone while she posted selfies online. I didn't even realize I'd been doing all of this because I loved her, and for years she had taken it as nothing. Well, nothing wasn't enough anymore. I opened my laptop. Step 1. Calculate exact hours. Step 2. Assign dollar value. Step 3. Factor in emotional labor. Step 4. Print invoice. I laughed softly to myself as the numbers climbed higher. $500,000, and honestly, could have been more. I leaned back, sipping my coffee, feeling alive. For the first time in years, I wasn't invisible. By noon, Sophia showed up. She slammed the door like a hurricane. "Mom, what the hell is going on?" I slid the invoice across the counter, calm as a lake. "Take a look." She snorted. "You can't be serious." I smiled, dead serious. Her face turned white. She reached for the paper, then stopped. Her hands were shaking. I don't even." "Yup, you don't even. That's the point." She called everyone she could think of, my son, my sister, even her friends. They all said the same thing. "Camila, you're being petty, old, bitter, crazy." I laughed, quietly. "Petty? Bitter? Honey, I'm 67 and calculated. I'm not petty, I'm just finally respected." Days went by. Sophia hired a nanny, $4,000 a month. 3 months later, she shows up at my door looking like she lost a war. "Mom, I didn't mean it." I looked at her, not angry, not yelling, just calm. "You didn't mean it, sweetheart? You said it." Her face falls. I sip my tea. The kids peek from the hallway, watching. For the first time, they see me, really see me. That night, I sat in my living room, watching the city lights. I felt the power coursing through me. Not the kind of power Sophia thinks money can buy. No, this was respect, dignity, a quiet strength that nobody can touch. And the best part? The storm had just begun. Let me tell you something. Some people think respect comes from love. Some think it comes from money. Me? I learned that respect comes from proof, and I had it all lined up. I slid that invoice across the counter like it was a damn sword. $500,000 worth of unpaid love, labor, and patience. Every detail itemized, every sacrifice accounted for. Sophia's face? Priceless. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. I could almost hear the gears in her head grinding. Oh, crap. She's serious. "Mom, you're insane," she finally managed. I just smiled, calm, cold. "Insane? No, baby girl, I'm finally seen." She laughed nervously, tried to brush it off. "This is ridiculous. I mean, you can't expect me to—" "Expect you," I cut her off. "I don't expect, I calculate, and the math is in my favor." Her eyes widened. I could see panic forming, like smoke rising. She grabbed her phone and started calling everyone she could think of. Next thing I know, my phone is buzzing nonstop. My son, my sister, even some distant cousins. "Camila, what are you doing? You're old. Don't be petty." Petty, old, bitter, crazy. I laughed quietly, almost soft enough for them to hear. Petty? Nah, I'm methodical. I'm finally respected. Bitter? Maybe. Crazy? Definitely, but only in the way it takes to make a point. Sophia's friends even texted me trying to defend her. "Mom, chill, you're scaring her." Scaring her? Honey, she should have been scared years ago. I didn't yell, I didn't beg, I didn't cry. I let the silence do the talking. Days passed. Sophia tried to manipulate, to guilt-trip me, to cry. Every single tactic failed, because I wasn't the same 50-year-old woman who did everything for free. I was Camila Roman, 67, calculated, strategic, and unstoppable. I watched Sophia try to scramble, hired a nanny, paid thousands a month, stress written all over her face. Meanwhile, I kept a journal, every reaction noted, every panic move logged, every slip-up recorded. I even had receipts ready, texts from years ago showing every dime I spent, every sacrifice I made. This wasn't just about money, it was about proving a point. The kids noticed. Liam asked, "Abuela, why are they so worried?" I smiled softly. "They're learning, baby. Sometimes people don't understand your value until you show them." 3 months in, Sophia shows up at my door, exhausted, humbled, guilt in her eyes. "Mom, I didn't mean it," she says, voice breaking. I pour myself a cup of tea, sit calmly. "You didn't mean it, baby girl? You said it, and that's on you now." Her jaw drops. I sip my tea. Kids peek from the hallway, finally seeing me as more than just mom who does everything. And it hits me, finally. The storm I started has begun paying off. That night, I sit by my window, city lights twinkle below. I feel the shift. It's not money, it's not manipulation, it's power through truth. And the best part? This is only the beginning. The kids are noticing, Sophia is panicking, my family is watching, and Camila Roman? Well, she's only getting started. The camera would linger on me, looking out the window, a quiet smile on my face, $500,000 invoice, years of unseen labor finally acknowledged, and the rest of my plan still in motion. Let me tell you something. Some people think revenge is yelling or slapping or throwing a tantrum. Nah, revenge? Revenge is quiet, calculated, done with patience, done with strategy, done with the kind of cold precision only a woman like me can pull off. And I was ready. I called my lawyer, calm as ice. I said, "Listen, I want to restructure my estate. I want Sophia removed as beneficiary. I want everything I own, house, savings, insurance, locked in a trust, and I want it done yesterday." He blinked. "Camila, are you sure?" I smiled, deadly sure. I'm 67 and I've spent the last 9 years giving without being seen. That ends now. I've got proof, receipts, texts, the works. By the end of the week, everything started falling into place. Trust agreements drafted, beneficiaries changed. Sophia was officially removed from my financial future. I could see it in their eyes when I told them. Shock, confusion, anger. Sophia stormed into my living room. "Mom, you can't do this. I'm your daughter." I leaned back, calm, sipping my tea. "Yeah, you're my daughter, but for 9 years, you treated me like free labor. I'm done being invisible, baby girl." Her face paled. You can't just—" "Oh, I can," I interrupted. "I did, and I did it legally." I sat alone that night, reflecting. All the years I'd sacrificed, all the unseen labor, all the late nights, the early mornings, I realized something. I hadn't just raised a child, I'd raised a woman who didn't understand the value of time, effort, or respect. And now, finally, she was going to learn.
Days turned into weeks. Sophia's panic grew. She tried to hire more nannies, more tutors, more help. $4,000 a month? $5,000 a month? Doesn't matter. She couldn't undo what I had done. I didn't say a word. I just lived my life, went for walks, did my yoga, painted, wrote, sipped coffee while the city woke up, and every single moment I could feel the power shift. The kids began noticing. Liam whispered one night, "Abuela, why are they so scared of you?" I smiled softly. "They're learning, baby. Sometimes people don't understand your value until you show them." Sophia tried to manipulate, to guilt-trip me, to cry. Every single tactic failed. I had the law, the proof, and the patience. And best of all, I had control. Every move she made, I anticipated. Every reaction, logged. Every slip-up, recorded. One evening, Sophia storms into my house again, red-faced, desperate, tears brimming. "Mom, I don't know what to do." I pour a cup of tea, calm as the moonlight. "Honey, that's what happens when you underestimate me. I gave you 9 years of free labor. You laughed. You called me a babysitter. And now you understand." She drops to the couch, defeated. I sit across from her, calm, collected. For the first time, she realizes I'm not the same woman she grew up with. I'm Camila Roman, strategic, powerful, respected, untouchable. That night, I sit by my window, city lights twinkle below. I sip my tea. My heart is steady, my mind is sharp. My plan is unfolding exactly as I wanted. Sophia is learning, my kids are noticing, and Camila Roman, she's only just getting started.
There comes a point when patience stops being patience and starts being a weapon, and I had sharpened mine for 9 years. It was a Thursday. The kids were at school. Sophia stormed in like always, this time red-faced, hair messy, voice breaking. "Mom, I can't do this anymore. I didn't realize." I poured myself a cup of tea, slow, deliberate. "Yeah, baby girl, you didn't realize. That's the thing about respect. It ain't automatic. You gotta earn it. And sometimes you gotta be taught." Her eyes filled with tears. She wanted me to yell, to cry, to beg, but I sat there, calm, collected, immovable. I slid a paper across the table. "Consider this a proposal," I said. Sophia leaned in. "A proposal? Yes, if I ever return as caregiver for the kids, here are the rules. 3 days a week, fixed hours, written acknowledgement of my value, payment deposited into my retirement fund, and very importantly, respect must be shown at all times." Her jaw dropped. "Mom, this is insane." "Insane? Nah," I said, sipping my tea. "It's clarity, it's fairness. It's called finally being seen." I thought back to the nights I stayed up helping with science projects, the mornings I got up before sunrise to make breakfast, the countless doctor's visits, grocery runs, school events, all invisible. And now the lesson was finally landing, not through yelling, not through anger, but through proof, structure, and dignity. Sophia tried to negotiate, tried to guilt-trip, tried to cry, tried to manipulate. All failed. Every single tactic failed, because I wasn't the same woman who had once done everything for free. I was Camila Roman, 67, calculated, empowered, respected. Kids peeked from the hallway. Liam whispered, "Abuela, you're amazing." Ava hugged my leg. "You're the best." And damn, for the first time the kids saw me not just as mom who does everything, but as someone who mattered, who had value, who commanded respect. I leaned forward, calm but sharp. "Listen, Sophia, money ain't the point, respect ain't the point, time ain't the point. The point is dignity, and dignity is earned and protected.
You called me a babysitter. You laughed at my labor. You thought I'd stay invisible. Well, lessons are expensive, baby girl, and now you've learned." Her tears fell freely. I didn't move, didn't speak, just let it sink in, every word, every number, every silent moment. Days turned into weeks. She started following the contract. Payments were made, hours were respected, and slowly, slowly she learned. I didn't shout, I didn't force her. I showed her through structure, clarity, and calm authority. And the kids, they learned too, that Abuela wasn't just a caretaker, she was a force, a teacher, a woman whose worth could not be ignored. That night I sat in my favorite chair, sipping my tea, watching the city lights blink below, and I smiled. Finally, the lesson was delivered. Sophia got it, my kids got it, and I had never felt more alive, more respected, more me. Camila Roman had taught her family the most important lesson of all. Never underestimate a woman who knows her worth. I never thought I'd reach this point, sitting here sipping my coffee, watching the world wake up and knowing, finally, I am in control. I wake up when I want, no alarm, no chaos, no endless to-do list that nobody acknowledges. Breakfast? Sure, if I feel like it. Tea? Always. Walks? Daily. Yoga? Absolutely. Painting? Hell yes. The kids come running, smiling, laughing. "Abuela, come play with us." And I do, but not out of obligation, not out of guilt, out of choice. Finally, freedom tastes like satisfaction. Sophia, she's changed. Slowly, painfully, but she's changed. She follows the contract, hours respected, payment deposited, and most importantly, respect shown. She still calls me Mom, but now with gratitude, not entitlement. She smiles, sometimes laughs nervously, realizing I'm not the woman who bends for her anymore. I'm Camila Roman. I'm unshakable. Liam and Ava, they finally understand. "Abuela, you're the strongest person I know," Liam whispered one day. "You taught us to stand up for ourselves," Ava added, hugging my leg. And damn, it hit me. They see me now. They respect me, not just because I'm their grandmother, but because I demand it, because I show them what dignity looks like. Neighbors ask for advice. Friends call, amazed at my calm authority, my quiet power. I teach, I counsel, I inspire, and I do it all while living my life exactly the way I want. No screaming, no begging, no chaos, just respect earned. One evening, Sophia approaches me at a school event. She looks nervous. "Mom, I just want to say thank you. I get it now." I smile softly, calm. "It's okay, baby girl. I know it's hard. Lessons are expensive." She laughs nervously, a little ashamed. "Yeah, I get it." I nod. That's all. No lecture, no yelling, just a quiet acknowledgement of the power shift. Sometimes I sit by the window, watch the city lights blink below, and think, damn, I did all of this. I earned my respect. I protected my dignity. I reclaimed my life. I don't wake up at 5:30 a.m. anymore. I wake up when I want. I live my life on my terms. And the best part? Everyone around me, Sophia, the kids, the neighbors, finally see who I am. I am Camila Roman. I am 67. I am powerful. I am respected. I am finally free. I take a deep breath, sip my tea, and smile. This is my life, my rules, my dignity, my empire. And nobody, nobody will ever make me invisible again.